Now, Europe is cutting the cord with Russia. EU Council has formally approved a full ban on Russian gas supplies starting from 30th of September next year. And the move turns a political promise into law. Now, Hungary, Slovakia and Bulgaria opposed the ban. Hungary said it would challenge the law at the European Court of Justice. Earlier, the ban was designed to be approved by majority of the countries, allowing it to overcome opposition from Hungary and Slovakia, because these countries remain heavily reliant on Russian energy imports and also want to maintain close ties with Moscow. The decision is expected to play a key battleground in Russia-Ukraine war.
We will proceed with the adoption of the regulation on phasing out Russian natural gas imports. This regulation, REPowerEU, introduces a stepwise prohibition of imports on liquefied natural gas and pipeline gas from Russia, with a full ban from the end of 2026 and autumn 2027, respectively. It aims at ending dependency on Russian energy through achieving a resilient EU energy market and preserving the EU security of supply.
Meanwhile, in Ukraine, Zaporizhia, forces are pushing back as Russian troops maintain pressure near key positions. Fighting also rages around Pokrovsk and eastern Donetsk, one of Ukraine's last defensive strongholds in the region. Ukraine's army chief says Moscow is pouring in reserves in a bid to break through. Away from the front lines, Ukraine is battling a deadly winter. Russian drones and missiles have battered energy infrastructure. Hundreds of thousands are without heating, water and power as temperatures plunge below freezing. President Volodymyr Zelensky says this has been the hardest winter since the war began. And while on the Russian side, Ukraine says drones struck an oil refinery in the town of Russia's Krasnodar Krai, triggering a large fire. Now, speaking in Lithuania, Zelensky drew a clear red line. He said Ukraine will not cede a single inch of territory to Russia. Now, the point of contention is land, particularly Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. And these are the territories which Moscow claims, but has not fully captured.
For us, security guarantees come first. These are bilateral security guarantees from the United States. The document is 100% ready, and we are waiting for our partners to confirm the date and place when we will sign it. After that, the document will go through ratification in the US Congress and the Ukrainian Parliament in line with our agreements.
Now, Russia's stance remains rigid. President Vladimir Putin says Russia will not compromise on what he calls historical lands. The Kremlin is demanding Ukrainian withdrawal from 4 annexed regions, even areas still under Kyiv's control. Now, Putin has warned that Russia will take territory by force if diplomacy fails. The deadlock played out at recent talks in Abu Dhabi involving Russia, Ukraine, and the United States. Germany has since accused Moscow of stubborn insistence on territorial demands. It warns that talks could drag on. Now, Washington is trying to bridge the gap. Zelensky says a U.S. security guarantees document is 100% ready and awaiting signature. The United States has signaled it is ready to provide long-term security backing to Ukraine. Under President Donald Trump's second term, Zelensky and Trump have met at least 5 times. From the White House to Davos and Abu Dhabi, focusing on security guarantees, ceasefire options, and post-war recovery. While Trump says a deal is getting closer, Europe, however, remains cautious. As bombs fall and talks continue, Ukraine demands security without losing land, but Russia demands territories without concessions. Until that gap is bridged, peace remains elusive and the war goes on.